You're listening to The Can-Do Experiment. Parental advisory is advised.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Can-Do Experiment. I am your host, Can-Do.
And I'm Pete.
Hi, Pete. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm pretty good.
Excellent. As you may notice, Heavy has not said that he's a co-host or anything like that. That's because he is off at, I think, Punta Cana or something like that for a wedding.
Jealous.
So, apologies ahead of time for audio quality and all that kind of stuff, because we are actually recording at Airsoft Fest of Niagara Quartermaster's Field. What's today? The 14th. It is 9:53 a.m. and it's hot as hell out.
And it's not even, it's going to get hotter.
It's going to get hotter. It's going to be miserably hot. But, yeah, we're going to have a good time. We do have a generator running in the back for power, but so far I haven't noticed anything. So, yeah, we'll go from there. There's a lot of players coming in and out already. We got a couple of vendors. The hot dog man is going to be set up soon, I think. But, yeah, it's going to be really cool, and we'll interview a bunch of people as they come and go, and maybe I'll sell some stuff, and yeah. That's it. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. All right, guys, we're sitting here with Graham, a.k.a. Crackers, also known as the handsome guy on Nomad. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, fellas. Yourself?
Not bad at all. How's the morning treating you so far? How's the heat?
Excellent. I don't think I've been up this early for Airsoft before, unless it's a Milsim, so.
Not at all, eh?
Yeah, not at all.
That's awesome. Yeah, what's up? What do you want to talk about?
I'm loving the vendors around here. That guy Donald in the corner's got some pretty nifty gear.
He's got some pretty nifty gear, and I actually kind of hope that he comes over here for a little 5-minute chat.
Stay away from the wireless headphones. They're mine.
I think he's got a couple.
Does he? Okay.
I hope so. But yeah, there's some cool vendors here. I got the dude's already here with the burgers, so I think he's going to be grilling that up soon. I see Magic walking in looking all
Are you
boss.
trying to tell me you haven't had a breakfast burger yet today, Can-Do?
I have not.
Oh, no.
No, I came from a friend's house. We had we had some drinks and games and all that kind of stuff, and now I'm here. I've been up since like 6. It's been bad. It's been a bad time.
Well, you're not playing, so that's okay.
That's the whole goal, eh?
Me and Tom will hold it down.
Oh, we got Magic and the boys.
Oh, no.
I think they're here to strip for us or something.
Woo-wee.
But, all right. Well, I guess we'll just cut this now, because now we're real podcasters here. So
There was your chance, Graham. Welcome to
Thank you,
welcome to the podcast.
welcome to the show. All right, guys. So we got Magic of Light Fighters, the Compound, the Action Air,
Sure.
Light Fighter, Milsim stuff.
Production.
Is there anything else that I'm missing here? Or?
Shoreline Pools and Landscapes, man. the only company that, pays the bills.
Get the mic a little closer for you, bud.
The only company that pays the bills. Better?
There you go. That's much nicer. So you're at Niagara Quartermaster for the first time.
Yep.
How is it so far, bro?
It is good. Thanks for the invitation, by the way.
No problem.
I drove a lot in the middle of the night to be here, so it was awesome coming here. I walked the field for the first time ever, and I'm pumped. I'm actually pumped.
Awesome.
I had a bit of a goof up, let's say, up at the compound and kind of bruised a rib.
Yeah.
So I won't be playing today, unfortunately, but I have some plans for the future, I want to say, maybe, for this field.
Come hang out some more, maybe? And
Yeah. Like, I'm interested in doing one of the scrims that they have coming up, I guess every last Sunday.
Yeah.
They do like a 6 or 8 hour game or something like that.
Yeah, so at the end of each month, throughout the summer, it's a 6-hour game, Mill Scrim. Really just designed to show our local players what Milsim is like. Give them a taste for it before you go to Gun Runner and get pissed on or something.
Wet runner.
Wet Runner.
That's awesome to see, because it's so needed.
Yeah.
Because when you get, like, let's say walk-on players, let's call them walk-on players, I guess.
Yeah, we call them walk-ons.
Come to a big event and have never done something like a mill scrim.
Yeah.
They almost seem lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can be scary going to your first Milsim.
Yeah.
Like my first time was at PRZ, Operation Wasp or Bug or something with a bug. but this was back in 2016 of April. Excuse me. And yeah, it was terrifying. It rained all day, and then next thing you know, it's freezing rain and snow, and I'm like, I brought a rain jacket, dude. Like, it was not
Caleb
not
almost
good.
died.
Yeah, I was pale white, blue lip, the whole thing. And
Did you have actual boots on?
I had SWATs on.
SWATs on. Always back to the SWAT.
Brand new SWATs. They only fail me every time. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, big failure. Sorry,
Yeah.
SWAT.
It happens.
Awesome.
But no, yeah, it's this is a fun event. It's really nice to see like the amount of people that have shown up and check out the draws, and there's different booths and stuff too to
It's
buy
cool.
stuff.
It's really cool. It's just like, this is what airsoft community is. You know what I mean? You come to like an event,
Ooh,
everyone's
banger.
starting to get started. Yeah, that's
I
those
just
awesome
heard a little
canyons.
bang go there. I was like, ooh, I wonder if we picked that up. That
This
was pretty
feels
rad.
cool though, man. I want to be able to actually play it though. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. Anytime. I'm 10 minutes down the road from here. So
Do you play here a lot? Like, you guys suit up
yeah, like roughly, I would say on average twice a month.
twice a month?
Yeah, I like to
What
get out
airsoft?
as much as I can. But then come summertime, right, middle of summer, you got airsoft events at the compound. You got camping. You got camping, and like last year was rough for me because we had like 6-7 weddings to go to.
I was gonna say, then you got those
And
pesky weddings.
Pesky weddings. You got your friends' birthdays, and there's always some family barbecue to go to or whatever.
And sometimes you just want a weekend where you can sleep in on Saturday.
Oh, wouldn't
Or a
that
Sunday.
be amazing?
Or Sunday.
Oh yeah.
And just not have anything going on.
Right? Like this event started at 9:30, and I was like, okay, I want to get here for like 9. And we stayed at a friend's house last night. That's like 5 minutes away from here. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get up at like 8:30. That's a nice sleep-in time. 6 a.m.
Yeah.
because a fly flew in my face. I was like, are you kidding me? And it wouldn't leave me alone. I'm swatting at it, smacking myself in the face.
That's the worst.
It was horrible. But no, I'm really happy that this day turned out to be like really, really nice. Sun shining. It's hot, but we got canopies and water for days and
Good barbecue and some good cookies.
barbecue.
I
Those
tried
cookies.
a vegan cookie. I don't know who made it, and I'm sure Caleb can shout it out.
Yeah, so a great friend of mine, Kenzie, from Bone Apple Teeth. She's local to the Niagara region. She started her business like 6 months ago, and she's just running with it, going to farmers markets every weekend and different like dining events throughout the week and stuff too. Like she's really, really taking off with it. Super, super proud and pumped.
Sweet. That's
Yeah.
good to hear. I love like
But those cookies though, man.
oh, they're so good. Honestly, that's like literally all I'm thinking about right now.
Those strawberry cookies.
I know. I bought another pack and I got the peach tarts. That's
Nice.
the only ones she brought, so I'll share one with you.
Nice.
You and the boys can split it.
Here, you take your dabble, you take your dabble. And go.
Got a little wooden fork here somewhere, probably still. So
So a little bird told me that you guys did some building here, and you do a
Yeah.
lot of the stuff here, a lot of maintenance, or
I mean, maintenance is below me, so I don't really do that. No, once in a while I'll help out with clean up the bushes or
Well,
whatever.
We did a bunch in the spring.
Bunch in the spring.
I missed a couple, but the one I came out to, Terry and I probably pulled down like, closer.
Yeah,
Okay.
just keep closer. To it.
Terry and I probably pulled down like 12 dead trees and fed them into a wood chipper.
oh, how awesome was
It
that?
was so much fun. That was the best part of the whole day. Other people were like building stuff and building staircases and whatever for buildings. I'm like, I just want to throw stuff through this wood chipper. I can do this all day.
Don't use your hands to push it. Use your foot.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta-
Safety first, boys.
Make sure your iPro's on always.
Always.
we did have iPro and EarPro.
Yeah,
Smart.
actually, that's very important
Super
too.
safe.
Yeah, you gotta be safe with that. And yeah, I helped out with a couple of their 2-story structures and stuff like that. There, they got a kill house at the far end there. I don't know what part of the field you got to see.
I did the loop.
Did the loop?
Big
loop, big
it's
muddy
cool.
loop.
Big muddy loop. There's definitely mud.
Yeah.
Be prepared for that.
Yeah, there's lots of mud. There's skeeters, like everywhere outdoors, right?
You're preaching to the choir about mosquitoes, my friend.
I know, not compared to the compound, but we try our best. We tried our best to put in as many mosquitoes in this field as possible. But like every time I find a good spot to like hide into or whatever, I'm like, I gotta be on a nest. every time. It's it's always fun. But yeah, we definitely helped out a couple days worth, getting buildings together and all that kind of stuff, showing the boys how to carpent.
Do you guys do you guys get involved in the milsims at all? Like, do you ref them, or are you involved in them? Or
I was actually asked to command one of the milsims for this year. I think the one at end of August. So maybe come up to that one.
the end of August.
Yeah, give me a win. No, I've done command here before, like years ago. We help out with like the zombie game, reffing with that too, because the Marines, God bless them, they're reffing, they're running the event, they are being the zombies and stuff like that too.
That's cool.
And you just need people to like walk around with little goodies to like drop into the field. So I'll just come out with the nods, because there's no nods for the zombie game. It's shotgun, pistols only kind of a thing. It's really fun. I highly recommend trying it out. But yeah, just run around, nods, throw the little creamer bottles or whatever with glow sticks in it.
Coffee creamer cans.
Yeah. So
Sort of chem light in there, and then they'll have little baggies with like anywhere from 1 to 15 BBs, and that's how you get your ammo.
like these little
so
dime
cool.
BB baggies or whatever, and sometimes there's like 20 BBs in it or 5.
So what do you
Sometimes
start
there's
with?
none.
1 mag and no ammo, or how's that?
They supply the
Like
BBs,
30
so they'll
shots.
get they'll get like pink BBs or blue BBs, whatever special color BBs, and when you register, they give you a little goodie bag of stuff, and it varies on the BBs you get as well.
That's cool.
So it can be stressful.
So are you just putting it into a loader and in the middle of the field?
In the middle of the
much,
field,
yep.
you keep them. When I was playing regularly, I would just thumb press them into my pistol mags,
Oh, nice.
because I didn't want to deal with the little button mashing, and
You might drop one out of your speed loader.
it's that last
You need
one
that
you
shot.
need.
And it's just pistol and shotgun?
Yep.
Yeah, just pistol, shotgun, no ARs,
What about knives?
no. Hey, Dad. Got a quick question for Dad. He's talking to some players. He's busy. He's the field manager. Awesome dude. I do plan on having him on the show for today and an actual proper episode, hopefully at the end of this month. Just talking about field etiquettes and just kind of how the field's been progressing over the couple years.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of update videos of this field. It's intriguing me. It's just I haven't had time.
Hey, Dan, quick question for you. Yeah. Zombie game, are you allowed melee weapons, like knives and stuff? You can talk to the microphone if you want. That one's up for you. Ooh.
Melee.
Oh, closer.
Just like I am.
All right, so the problem with the melee weapons
Here he is.
the zombies kill you or take you over by a two-hand touch. So it gets very confusing for players, especially in the dark.
There you go.
So they don't know if it's a zombie. They
Yeah.
don't know if it's another player coming
What do you mean? Just kill them anyways.
True.
Enemy team, your team, whatever. Do they have ammo? Take it.
Free ammo's free ammo, bro.
Free ammo's free ammo, exactly. No,
Don't be close to me during the zombie.
So we have
game.
allowed
You'll
them in the
die.
past. I don't see an issue with it coming back this season, especially with the theme that we're going with again this year. We're doing the whole haunted carnival.
Like last year.
We
It was
have upped our
spooky.
game. The props on field, especially with the new town being built, having Main Street in play.
Yeah.
There will be a lot of side shows added. So
Old Man
there's going
Steve
to
is
be
gonna
a
have a
lot
heyday.
of different facets to the game that weren't there in the past.
Okay.
So it's going to be a whole nother level of zombie game.
Do you have a
Sick.
date for this event?
We're shooting for first weekend of October.
First weekend of October.
The first Saturday in October is what we're shooting for. I believe that's October 5th.
That sounds right.
It sounds correct, but
That
What
is
am I
correct.
hearing
that is
there?
correct.
Dan,
So
before I let you go, I'll ask the Todd too.
Oh, what's up?
Why is it important that we get field owners together to establish a community here in Airsoft?
Ooh,
that's a
good
very good
question.
question.
Good job.
So
Our cameraman, John.
what we've done, so years back, the perception of a lot of fields, and we heard this a lot from new players. They'd come to a field and it was very intimidating. It felt very elite. A lot of fields felt they were outcast when they showed up because teams are there. Teams are all joined together. They're not necessarily the most, they're intimidating. Not saying that they're intimidating guys, but the look was there. So new players got turned off fairly quick.
Well, you get a bunch of bearded dudes.
Exactly.
With,
guys standing there with
I'm looking at you.
bad decisions
Soppy.
with adult money, and they all had a ton of gear, and
Yeah.
here's a new guy with his gun and a pair of jeans and a sweatshirt, not knowing what he's going against. So that turned a lot of guys off. So what we've done by redoing the safe zone, by redoing everything here, was we got rid of all the stigma that you couldn't just talk to everybody and make it about community. And we've sort of spread that through the fields. And in talking with Caleb when he came on with Blackcell, we found that as we were going to more and more mill sims, we wanted more player base at these games. And the big thought was always from every player was, I'm not ready for a mill sim. I don't have the gear for a mill sim. I'm like, if you own a rifle and you can carry 3 mags, you're ready for a mill sim, because half the time you're sitting around waiting.
Hell yeah, dude. It's
So
the best part.
don't be intimidated. Go have a great time. Meet a bunch of new people. So what we found with that is, with the players coming here, all the fields have sort of adopted the same rule sets now. There is no full auto with battle rifles. It is, support guns only. So it's even the playing field for everybody to go out and have a good time, but that elite attitude has gone out of it.
Yeah.
Like, everybody can sit back in the safe zone, have a good time. The most experienced player is going to give the noob a ton of information. And I think at the end of the day, by talking to other field owners, we've all come to the decision it wasn't the field owners that were causing the issues and throwing the gauntlet down. It was more or less players.
Okay.
So certain players liked certain fields better. Well, that's great, but that doesn't mean you go and trash every other field because you have a favorite.
Yeah.
So
I love Quartermaster. I still like DMZ.
Exactly. Like, I've talked to several of these guys, Matt Capon, Ryan. We all sit and we've had these discussions, and it's never been about us. It's never been about how we run our fields. Everybody offers a different niche type of game. Field size, play style is different at every field you're going to go to. So you find the field that fits your gameplay, and okay, that's going to be your home field. Doesn't mean that you're not going to travel with your buddies and go to a different field and play, though. So I think it's all about bringing the community back and getting the younger players back in the sport, and us older guys. Like, I'm older than you guys, and I got in
2
late.
years.
Like, I've only been playing roughly 8 years.
Yeah.
And
You're still almost new to the sport still,
yeah,
right? Like,
very much
very
so.
youthful.
Rookie still.
Oh, you are novice.
Rookie.
Magic is
But
Magic has the least amount of airsoft at this table right now. But he has the most airsoft.
but like, Magic has stepped up. There was a need. PRZ closing. Everybody was worried, where are we playing our next games? Well, luckily these guys were in the background. They stepped up. They pulled out the compound. It's there.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are going up. There's that large field experience again. He's going to go through the same growing pains that all the fields are doing. We're always looking to change. Like, play gets stagnant. Once your field's done, it's never done.
Yeah.
Play gets stagnant, so we're going to tear down buildings and put up new buildings. And, like, he's going through the same problems like we were talking earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Building in the middle of winter, getting stuck in the snow, doing all this.
Yeah.
The players don't see the behind the scenes and a lot of the work that we're doing to provide this to everybody.
Yeah.
I think they forget at the end of the day that there's a lot of man hours put in. There's a lot of passion put into these fields. So when we're hearing the negative comments come back, we take that personal, because it's a lot of hard work. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
you've been there, Mike. Like,
When I
it's a
hear
lot
about
of
it,
hard
even
work
I'm
put
getting
in,
hurt.
and
I help for
when
2
somebody
days.
turns around and sort of shits on everything you're doing,
Yep.
you're just like, what did I
Kind
do
of take it to
wrong?
heart a bit.
Yeah, you do. You do.
But, yeah.
Well, it's your baby, right? Like, you sweat, you bleed, and people shit on it sometimes.
Yeah.
Which
The
is-
man hours that are put
Yeah.
on, like,
Oh.
it's crazy. Like, I left the compound. I got home at midnight so I could
Yep.
be here this morning.
Yep.
Like, just to tie up loose ends. Like, just that process of locking that place down
Yeah.
Yeah.
is insane. It's
Yeah.
just every hour accounts for something.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You see some of the smaller fields that are in areas where they don't have the player draw, and then for a field like Clarington, to see somebody go in and tear a field apart just for no reason, that was very disheartening. Like whole community stepped up and was like, okay, hold on, we gotta figure out who this is. Like we gotta figure out what's going on.
It sucks that you have to put up like security cameras and lock everything crazy tight, and just because there's someone out there that will just destroy your stuff because they can.
Yeah,
It's out of control.
It's wild.
Well, and that's the thing. Like you never know who you've upset throughout the day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's out of our control. If they had a bad game day, it's not our fault. Like you make your own sunshine when you come to play, and sure, we run a tight rule set, and I'm running anything from 3 to 7 refs, but they can't be everywhere at all times, and just because you had a bad day doesn't mean that every day's that at the field, right?
Well,
You know what? There's so much like open public forum on Airsoft now. Like the OAC, your guys' group, like everybody's got a group. Like each field's got a group and stuff like that. So if you've got a problem with a certain field host or something like that, respectably voice that opinion on that
Page.
open area.
Yeah.
Don't go and go to a field and destroy it because you're fucking pissed off at somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is just exactly what everybody sitting around this table is trying to go against.
or even just send a DM, be like, hey, I was at your field today. This is what's happened. I wasn't too fond of it or whatever. Can we make this right? Or maybe we can work on this for next time or something, you know?
It could be a lesson.
Be proactive.
It could be a lesson that everybody needs to learn on that situation.
Well, and that's why we encourage the constructive criticism.
For sure.
Yeah.
All day, I'm walking the safe zone, and I'm asking guys, how's gameplay? How's the field looking? Like, what would you guys want to change? And we take those to heart. I've changed game modes. I've changed everything about what we do. Based off of some of the comments we get back.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this game didn't flow very well. If you made this change or did that. Yeah. And I'll take other players' advice because there's guys here with 20, 30 years more experience than me. They know. They've played the fields. Like,
And we've seen it grow.
You have to listen to the players. You have to listen to the players. It's all about the community and them. They're the ones playing. It's not us. Well, we all play, but...
Thank you very much, Dan, for your time. That was quite the answer for the question
I
you were
get to my
given.
draws now.
But, hopefully I win. I bought winning ones, right? Yeah, they're doing a raffle
We never win any.
they're doing a raffle in a hot second, and I bought a couple
I think
tickets.
the last time I won anything at a raffle was Nightfall 7.
Oh my lord!
I won a lot of stuff that year, and then that was it. That was all my luck.
Once.
I won a pair of SWAT boots
Nice.
at Nightfall, and then I got a couple things at New Dawn at the college.
Yeah.
And it was 1 week in between too. So over the course of a week, I got like a $600 watch and a pair of SWAT boots and like
watch.
some
Original
beanies and shit.
SWAT, you need to start sponsoring us because, like,
Yeah, we go.
how
through
many
boots
times
like
have we
crazy.
mentioned your product?
I
alone?
mean, was it good mentioning or bad mentioning?
Nah,
I'll mention it regardless.
sometimes my boots are waterproof, sometimes it's not.
It's
Depends-
50-50.
It depends if I'm stepping in water or mud. They keep out mud fairly well, but water, they're not waterproof. They never were.
Definitely.
Oh, we're finally getting a really nice, cool breeze. Finally,
I got lots more.
But all right, let's. I think because they're going to do the draw, we're just going to start cutting it. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Magic.
No problem.
Didn't get a questionnaire prior, so
There's no question here. We really just wing it. That's all it is. All right, guys. So we are sitting down with Chris and Chris. Chris Dodge and Chris Ziegler of Forced Recon. How you guys doing?
great,
Good,
buddy.
man.
How you guys doing?
Awesome. How's your time at the Airsoft Fest of Quartermaster
Nice, man. It was a
Field?
good time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, got a few scrim games in. Sweat a little bit, shot a little bit, got shot a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice to see this place get built up a little more, not so swampy like the years
Yeah,
ago when I was here
yeah.
last.
Dude, yeah, it's built up so much from last time I was here.
When was the last time you guys were here?
I think I was at the season opener like 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago.
No, it was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Was it pre-COVID?
Oh, jeez, that's like.
No, I don't know. Maybe I can't remember. COVID screwed everything up, but it's
Yeah.
been a while. It's been a while.
COVID's been a
It's
weird
definitely since
time
before
warp.
this was all the safe zone was all built up.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that'd be a few years then.
the safe zone alone has changed dramatically in the past, like, I don't know, 6 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, there's still a lot of the buildings back there before they all like rotted, fell down, right? Like, that was
Things
the
are
last time we
cleared
were
up.
here.
Things are cleared up good.
But
They
his,
cleared up.
but his
We're
canopy just
watching
went.
tents blow away behind us.
The wind's picking up for sure.
Just a reminder, we are recording live outside, and the wind has really decided to pick up since right when we sat down. So this is perfect timing. I love it.
Feels nice though.
Cools down, yeah.
Okay.
It's a little,
Dodge,
little
you're
humid
closest
out
to a
here.
post, so if this thing lifts off.
Don't worry, I got it. I'll also shut it down.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh man. So how's your guys' year been of airsoft? You guys had Force Recon Nightfall at the compound. How did that transition go from PRZ to the compound?
So that would have been our second time doing that at the compound.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
right, because you
yeah.
did Nude Dawn?
Yeah, the first one.
Oh
Yeah,
shoot! Right.
Daybreak.
I
Well,
forgot
sorry,
I forgot
no,
about the
it
soft
did,
opening
it,
last year.
I guess the territory control part of it didn't work as much, but their player group was still outstanding, and because we did the draft this year with it, the teams were very even, and the fight was very close.
Yeah, I think the draft, the community really was on board with that because it kind of made it seem like it was just up to fate. You know, it wasn't like guys like hand-picking teams, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it self-balances itself.
And that's
right?
exactly it, right?
To some level, and it forces players to if you want to be chose, you got to show up on the field. Now, we're not saying you got to be perfect to be awesome, but if people know you got a good attitude and you show up for the game, then
Have heart.
you have some heart. You don't
Yeah.
got to be like, tier 1 operators guys or nothing like that. But if you have a good name for yourself in the community, they're going to choose you. And so I was hoping that went more that way. I think it did.
I think so too. I think it, like balance things, equally for both sides. Nobody felt like there was favorites coming in, and as a whole, like we did a poll, and it seemed a majority of the community was on board with all of that.
Solid.
It's fresh, right? It's something new. It's something different.
It definitely mixes the game, right? Because like you got Magic and then Cody Cook were the commanders, right? So they're both badass players, and Cody being, I think that was like his first command role and stuff like that too. So that's like you got a guy that has a lot of wins under his belt, and then you got the show Cody Cook, who took Inc. and turned it around and made it into one hell of a killing machine.
He's such
right?
a nice guy. You forget how nasty he is.
Oh, he's a nasty. Cody's good.
Oh, yeah.
He is good. He's really good.
He's
And
cooking.
You know what? He inspires his guys to do the same, but he's such a nice guy. You forget he's such a savage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really glad he was on my side for Gunrunner. He put in so
He's a true gentleman, too.
Oh, yeah.
Those
Yeah.
guys did.
He's got heart,
so
man.
much work for me at that game. Like
He had to leave, sadly,
Yes.
and early in the command, and won't go into why, but
Yeah, I got him and I text, so I
the fact
heard
he
about
stayed,
that.
I was in tears, and he's forever have my respect.
oh, absolutely.
Unconditionally. He's a true gentleman.
Yeah,
And he's handsome too. And that point he does when he takes his shirt off.
I
holy
know.
Oh, eh?
I have Katie, when she does like her end of the year draw for like who gets the most votes on the best point, and then she gives free prints or whatever to the winners. I end up winning like second or third place for one of those, and I was
You're
like,
pretty, what's that picture? What's the
I get the little point.
what's the word
pointers
for
up there.
that?
Photogenic.
Photogenic.
Photogenic?
Yeah, pretty
I think it was rigged.
gotta-
I want to piss test. You're cheating.
Good face for the
That was
podcast.
a good smile. It's for radio. Yeah.
Face for radio.
But I was like, okay, so I could pick any photo from your catalog. She's like, yep. I'm like, cool. There's a photo of Cody Cook where he gets squad of the battle at Nightfall 8 or 9, and he's got the patch in his beard. And I got that framed in my house.
Awesome.
And it sat in my house for 4 years until he came over to do the podcast, and I had the picture in the room, and I was like, I wonder how long it'll take him to notice this.
That's actually hilarious.
That was the longest game I've ever had in my life.
That's awesome. That is a long game, eh? Like,
Right? It's so funny.
Next time he comes over, you need like a better like that photo, black and white, in like a shadow box with like a piece of his shirt, like
Just
him
like
trying to go in.
some ginger curly
What
hair.
about your guys' next game? Where are we going to see you guys next?
Narco State.
Narco
is-
State?
Yeah,
That's
the
one of my
compound.
favorite game series ever besides Nightfall that I got to play.
Yeah.
The first few of.
Yeah. eh?
Because I've never had so much fun at the Narco State. Like,
Oh yeah.
You guys-
Well,
I've
and
always
it's just a fun weekend.
Man.
Like everyone goes there with the intention
to have
of
a good
just
time.
having fun.
And I was
Like,
so elated.
I've never cared about winning Narco.
no, that's not the point. But
It's
I was
just-
so elated when I was talking to Mitch earlier in the season, and he was telling me about how they want to kind of draw it back to that original roots where like it's just like keep it simple and
Yeah,
like, bring it back.
like the
and
first
I was like, that's,
3
and you know what?
years
For
of
some reason,
Narco.
as much as I want it to be more elaborate, it worked better when it's just things were simple and it was such a more functional thing. And he's like real happy, excited. I'm happy to hear that too. So
yeah, those first 3 years of Narco, when you're just like wandering around with your boys and just like see the other side and like hand on your pistol, like drug deal,
you and me running around. We just had so much fun at those games, like doing the NPC stuff and all that.
Random knife fights on the loading dock.
Sliding into a room and finding bricks of gold and like cocaine.
Oh shit! Look at all this money.
What do we do?
What do we do with this? We gotta get the hell out of here.
Even on I think it was the third iteration where they did the flour bags. So like you have to like
Narco 3
guys walking around walking around covered in flour. It's just like I am done.
That was
get over here and shovel
that was the last one too.
That was my first Narco. Was Narco 3.
Really?
And that became a boys' weekend. And like I just remember we shared a tent, and I wake up early the next morning just beat, and I just see Ziegler's face because you were sleeping on the floor.
The road trip up there, and we got it.
Yeah, we were a little silly on the way up, and really silly for the whole weekend there. But like for me, that's Narco is this. So Narco is the silly game for me. It's
you get to let the hair down.
Show up, have a couple brewskis, smoke cigars the whole time.
I always very much felt that way too.
That to me is Narco. So then when it gets like serious and stuff like that, I'm like, that's not for me. Like last year, we were doing like Up 4 and stuff like that, and it was very serious.
It was very competitive.
Yeah,
very competitive.
Still it's a very fun game series, but it's like it just turns into all-out firefights like the whole time, right? Like
I showed up with a shotgun and a pistol. As Op 4,
and still rocked it.
Rocking the shit out of it. But like halfway through the game, like guys, why are we so serious about this?
Yeah, you're seeing firefights
what
like
are we doing?
Like Nightfall or the Go-To games or stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
It's like no, like this is like a role playing.
We don't
game,
have
right?
to fight each other.
Yeah.
Why are we fighting each other?
You watch a knife
I
fight,
want drugs.
Fight on
You
the
want
loading bay
cash.
with cold steel rubber knives.
Yeah.
And like two whole teams just stop for a moment.
Just to watch
a fight, and then they be gentlemen about it.
I live for those moments where everyone just agrees to, let's take a minute. Let's watch these guys go at it. Let's see what happens here.
It's like that LARPing aspect, right?
Yeah.
You get to
not
be yourself for a weekend, right? You get to play a character and enjoy that with your boys, right?
You see, the last time these guys get the. Who got the stick on tattoos? These guys are doing face tattoos and neck bangers.
Yeah, because we were Yakuza. We all wore like black suit.
White
ties.
I saw that.
One on his face,
because when we're getting ready, the two guys that were in their truck beside us, they're actual tattoo artists. So they're like cutting them out perfectly, like forming them to our neck and our face.
Speaking of suits, were you at Parabellum 3 a couple years ago?
When we did we did an entourage with Keanu, where there was like him and then 5 of us like in suits.
I definitely
have
been to
dress pants, suits.
I don't think I was at that one. I think I was at the second one. I did the first two Parabellums.
A bowler.
I got my
dress shoes and PRZ.
Slippery. It was fun. That was a fun one. Like
that's what I want out of a Milsim weekend.
Yeah.
If I'm not playing like
it's not a Milsim, it's a chill
or something,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I want, right? Like I just want to fuck around with a character I made up.
Yeah.
You're always doing some sneaky shit, though, man, no matter what. CP, like, we'll be all have Firefly. See Pete just walk out of the bush, like, is it
Pete's in a green suit, and he's still
we're fighting
sneaking.
a whole bunch of people. Yeah, they're all dead. I killed them.
They're all
he's standing around for. Let's go.
Pete by himself. Pete, where's your fucking squad? Oh, they're all dead. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's why we like the non-squad based games. Then Pete can just do his thing, and then the rest of us will
pop up on the radio every 20 minutes.
So
hey guys, you're clear.
Speaking of games, up until recently, the only other games I had to attend would have been Blackcell games because Blackcell was really running the only other Quantifill games. Like, there's other
there's other vendors,
like the smaller. Like, but now that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I went to Worst Case Ontario's game there at Under No Flag. Had a fantastic time.
I heard good things.
It was great. They did a great job. Those guys did a fantastic job. It was like one of their first larger shots at a Milsim, and every one of them did a fantastic job.
Who ran that one? Sorry,
Andrew Mitchell.
That's
I'm just becoming familiar with him now. He kind of just popped up all of a sudden. I think he's Nipissing
Airsoft.
And just again, a Class A gentleman.
Yeah,
they did a great job. They were very tentative. They were always present on the field, and I know a few of the guys voiced that it was hard and like, I don't want to do it again. I'm like, you guys did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
It's
not easy to please masses like that, and they did a great job.
Well,
hats off those guys.
Like even when we ran our small games here, at Quartermaster. It's just like, it's not easy,
Sure,
but thankfully it's a small scale.
Yeah, and you'll police 100 and have 10 that aren't happy, right? So it's like, and sadly, you don't remember the happy. You remember only the people that are coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of sometimes it's a little bit thankless, but then you're rewarded by the smiling faces that come off the field.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
Or 5 years down the road, you run into a player that goes, "Hey, are you ever going to run a game again? I was at your game, whatever."
Hey, where's
like,
Little Brad happening?
Yeah.
Where's the next iteration of Little Brad?
I forgot about our game.
Little Brad's like the number one
Let's
game
go. I'm
that's
into
ever
it.
brought
I'll
up.
go, you know?
Well, that's the thing, like running Crony, like how many nightfalls have we been like running
13,
now?
yeah.
13
Just bring the
nightfalls,
mic a
right?
little closer to you.
Yeah, 13 nightfalls now, and I've been a part of every single one, you know. So at Crony
long
for
run.
13 years, seeing the same
Same
guys
people
come
coming back
by,
every
you know,
time.
their gear gets a little bit better, you know. Now married, you know, all that stuff. I'm like, hey man, like
Divorced.
it's like you kind of feel bad because like I don't remember your name, but I remember your face. It's
Yep.
like, you know how many people
I
I,
feel
see
that.
a year? I've probably cronied every player in Ontario at this point almost, right? But it's nice seeing those guys like grow and continue to come back, and yeah, it's nice to see. I'm glad they
Even
enjoy it.
furthermore, like because it's been 13 years, there's been a whole generation of people that have done it till they're dead. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I've had enough, and they're done. And now you see these people that are like, what's my first nightfall?
Yeah.
What's my second? I'm like, you're just now getting into it? Like,
Yeah, right. Where have you been?
There's a fresh blood. I'm like, yeah, and there's like dozens and dozens of people because yes, a lot of the older teams they've done it 100 times. They're like, okay, they know what nightfall is. They've done it and played it. It's a little, you know,
They've had their fill, let other people get in. 'Cause it fills up
You know,
quick.
you can get sick of the same kind of style play. It hasn't really changed too much, admittedly. However, to see that people kind of graduate away from it and let the other newer people come in, it's like this whole race, like it's like almost like a whole faction. So
Oh yeah, and like
hundreds of people that have never played
and
before.
seeing those little nightfall tags with
Yeah,
the
they're
year
like,
on
this
it,
is like my
plastic.
second
Those
one.
guys wear
Instead
that
of
like
this
a
is my
badge
10th
of
one,
honor,
right?
right? You
So
see
it's
5,
nice.
6 of them, or like
As much as you do see
I've
the
got
returns.
a whole corner on my patch wall.
on the back of their helmet or the side, or the crony stickers for me.
Mind you,
Oh,
some
yeah.
of the patches take up like the whole corner.
They're a little big. I always said
Well,
they
like,
should be a little bit smaller.
yeah, you get the guys that got the crony stickers, like you said, on their guns. They'll have like fucking
Oh, I see 'em
5
everywhere.
smudges now
Yeah,
because of
last year
years
there's a
of
guy he had
use.
4 on one side, and he's like, I gotta flip it over and start putting them on the other side.
Oh my
Daybreak
God.
and
No, it's
Nightfall
actually really
ones. It's like,
satisfying
that's
when, hey,
awesome,
you still got a
man.
good
Like,
sticker to tag.
Yeah.
You're good. Still.
and also,
The sticker's so good. Perfect.
and also, what brand is that gun? Because you haven't opened
Yeah,
it in 6
right?
years, and it's still running awesome.
A lot of people like haven't opened it since the last time I was at Nightfall
Yeah.
because they just come out to play Nightfall.
Yeah.
Like, what? There's actually a few people out there
just
like,
one a year. Good on
Well,
them.
I mean, for the first couple of years when I was airsofting, like I've been doing this 13 years. For the first probably 4, Olympus Divided was the first time that I did more than 1 mil sim in a year. But before that, it was just Nightfall's, you know, the big game for the year.
Nardak made a splasher with the college for a little while. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
Have that college back. I would
Oh,
say.
the college is
man.
good.
Was that the one-
I was just chatting with
Exeter.
Tony Perry the other day, and I'm like, dude, like he hasn't played in a while, and now he's got a kid and stuff too. So she's so cute. Oh my lord! But she cried the entire time I was there. She did not like me.
Kids aren't good for airsoft.
No. And but no, we were just like kind of reminiscing on this and that, just talking about the college days, and I'm like, man, if you guys ever run a
game with
game,
Nomad,
let me know.
If you remember,
First game, that was your first with Nomad?
it was a week before Nightfall.
Oh, right. Right, we did
Right?
snag
And
you.
I was like, we were coming, and I'm like, these guys party and drink like maniacs.
Yeah.
I remember they were wild.
I
The
was like, you guys
keggers
are-
on the
you guys are
Friday
crazy.
before
The
Nightfall.
Nomad
And then
keggers,
you guys
yeah.
came to Nightfall, and that's when that whole social keg party thing started.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
That
you
was
go
the
to
guys
a
spoke.
Because
It was
before
fucking-
that, it was people would show up and they'd stay
They
in
were
their
scared
little...
to drink.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
people
Well,
who
but
would
they
be
stayed
like,
in
what are you
their-
doing
in
drinking
their
beer?
cliques, right?
The night
And,
before,
like-
they get all scared. But you guys brought that whole party thing out
Yeah.
and fucking keg
But they
stand
would
with
also
people.
just hang out in their own little camping spot, and
Yes.
they wouldn't really intermingle
No,
at all.
props to you guys for the Nomad group at that time for starting the social aspect. That
Yeah.
I let people shake the hair off a little bit because up to that point, people weren't
Yeah.
partying at night.
Yep. Up until then,
Just,
like I didn't really
get a little
know
closer.
anyone.
I don't want to
I'd
say
been
that you were the
around.
reason for people partying now, but like
No, we're not.
You know what I mean? But, like,
No, we were
definitely
like,
not.
you have
Definitely
electrolytes,
guys-
anybody? You good? You hydrated?
You
good?
drink enough water?
Why?
Well, but even like the drinking and stuff aside, right? Like partying the night before, it opened up like a lane to be able to meet and chat with new people, right?
Yeah.
And I've really seen that vibe grow a lot more after like in the last like 3-4, basically after COVID, right?
Yeah.
I can walk over to anybody here that I don't know and introduce myself and like chat like we're best friends,
Before
right?
that Nomad keg party, you know,
Yeah.
that was like a very
Well, even the, like, you got the green side, you got the tan side, but even then, there was also little cliques there, right? And yeah, that's just like, well, we don't know anyone. We have a case of beer. Let's
It's
just
definitely the
do a
dude in that
lap.
group that you
There's
guys
no
have
reason
to
why we can't be
spark
friends
it.
with the enemy
should take
team.
credit.
Oh, exactly.
Thank you, man.
I think that like the Bill C21 really kind of made us all come together as a community, and like
Yeah.
you know, we all matter. You know, everybody's from different walks of life. You know, all that shit matters, right? That you can walk up to anybody in this community and talk to them, or you need a hand. You know, everybody's willing to help, right? And I really enjoy that it's coming to that now.
Yeah, it's nice to see how this community grows together.
Oh yeah.
As opposed to separate now.
Yeah.
Like we had John Moore of John Does Stuff on our last episode, and he's just like, man, I see great things for you guys, and like just super, like he's just pumping up
Oh yeah.
our tires, and I'm like, dude, like you're ahead of the game here, like you're
Yeah.
doing amazing,
And, like, even
now we're
as-
just pumping each other up, like
Right? And even like as a game host, right? Like we've never felt threatened by other teams like starting like doing big games and stuff like that,
Yeah.
because it only grows the community. It makes us evolve and, you know, step up, and makes everybody, right? That like,
Well,
I
and,
don't
like-
want to say friendly competition, but it is, right?
Yeah.
It makes us all grow and evolve to like make every game that we host or go to a little bit better every time.
Well, like you guys run a game, someone else runs a game, and it went really well, and you go, "Oh, they did
What'd they do
this. That was
differently?"
interesting. Okay, let's see if we
Never
can
try to
use that."
criticize
You know,
Yeah, no, it turns into a giant think tank, right?
Yeah.
Like I never would have thought of that, and I get to play in good big games now because instead of just hosting them, I
well,
get to
with
play in all
more
these
people
games.
hosting big games too, it doesn't put the pressure to make sure that you put on, you know, fucking 12 games a year that are huge for everyone to play, because you want to play too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
The way that it's grown is very conducive of
Yeah.
how it's literally been. Nobody older and like,
you hit your. Pete, can you?
Yeah, I think your connection and your microphone is a little loose.
Yeah, something there. Give us a 1-2 real quick. Well,
good. Test it.
Oh,
Yep.
yep.
Okay.
Yep, we're good.
So
Cool,
what I was
just make
saying,
sure
so,
it's
yeah,
directly
it's a little
at
like,
your
you know,
face.
we've been doing it for a long time. It's like a little different. But now you look at the evolution and how people have changed it a little bit now with these NPCs coming, like I was saying, with like Worst Case Ontario, Light Fighters doing games.
Yeah.
And now all these Can Ops and those guys, like just all like West running different stuff out there at the Wasaga. You know, those guys are all just changing things, making it a little cool, like trying to bring different aspects in the game, making it interesting for people, right? And
Yep.
these little
Yeah.
communities are forming, and they all of a sudden they come together at these bigger games. It's just really rewarding to see that. It feels like, I don't say like a set up bar, but just watch it almost like evolve from what we kind of started and got
Yeah.
people into, to make people excited about Big Milsim, because that wasn't really existent prior.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, like say 2010 on, right? The big thing was like those giant mill sims, right? Because we all
Yeah.
went to the ones in the States, right?
Yeah.
That were like hardcore mill sims, and then that started to come
Camo
up
team
here.
versus camo team.
Yeah, but that's very,
I'm
like-
really happy to see there's multiple, and not just one or two or three, but there's probably 5 or 6 large groups
Yeah.
like putting together quantifull.
Yeah, because all those
Yeah.
different game styles let everybody come and play, right? It's not just very linear to like the hardcore mill sim, like playing pretend army guy, right?
I mean, look at Narco.
Well, yeah, but like
Narco is
that-
a silly fun
like,
game.
you don't have to, you know, join as a squad, right? You
Yeah.
can bring, you know, father and son come and just play for the day, you know, hang out, right? And
Yeah.
it opens it up to everybody and not just very linear to one like
The
track, right?
variety
Yes.
of different hosts.
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
have a variety of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know what, I'm feeling pretty hardcore. Maybe I'm going to do a Nightfall, or you know, I'm feeling pretty silly. Let's go to Narco, or somewhere in between. You know, go to Icebreaker because you want to get that experience going. You know, like
Yeah. That's nice. It's
I was
nice
surprised
playing
I
all
didn't
that
see you guys at
different stuff.
Gunrunner.
what was I doing, Gunrunner? I was doing something.
That was the Light Fighters first game.
Oh, I was camping.
Oh yeah, he was camping.
That's a
Camping
poor
in the
excuse,
rain.
Peter.
No, dude,
You could have come camping with guns with us in the rain.
It was
fucking
ridiculous.
rain.
It was so wet. But you know what, dude? I couldn't believe. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I left on the Saturday. I was supposed to stay till Sunday,
Yeah.
but at Saturday at like 5 p.m. like I'm done. Like I'm looking at the forecast. It's
Dude.
not supposed to stop raining until 5 p.m.
man.
on the Sunday.
You know me, I'm not
I'm
a-
like
I brought a Humvee.
I'm miserable.
Peter,
Like,
I
I'm
brought a
ready to go.
Humvee.
I'm not a
And
fan.
then
I
with us.
saw.
Like,
I'm not a
So
rain
I was
guy.
going,
got a kick
I was
out
going
of
down
that.
the 400 and I get the tornado warning on my phone, and Environment Canada doesn't give out like an actual location. It's just, oh, it's in this region. I'm like, okay. Instant Weather Ontario gives an actual location of where the storm is, the direction it's going, the speed that it's going. And I'm like, oh, pull up Google Maps. I'm like, you know, oh, okay,
it
well,
pretty much
campground's
rained
here, and
the entirety
this is-
of the
This
game.
is
I
where the
think there was
tornado
about
is. I'm like,
3
hey
hours
guys,
There was a little
where
break.
it wasn't raining. Yeah.
But honestly,
I messaged the guys that were still at the campground. I'm like, hey guys, this is coming for you. Like, you might want to go. So everybody bailed.
So at the game, I got to be straight with you. The weather was sucked bad.
I heard nobody left.
I tell you, nope. I
heard nobody
hold on,
left.
Pete, listen, I would walk around and be like, "Oh, this weather fucking sucks." Hey guys, they're just like, "Man, I'm ready.
Yeah.
We're ready for it."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Fuck.
am I the only one who doesn't want to play in the rain?
Yeah.
Everybody else, I shit you not, was ready to
hate
go.
it.
I was the only one bitching about it. I
Dude,
swear.
are you getting soft?
No, I did not hear one other person complain about the rain except for myself.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
I almost feel
funny.
like an asshole.
I
I'm like,
hate-
what?
I just
Everyone's
hate
happy
being
with this
wet.
shit. My gear was rusted to fuck. I still got moldy BDUs I gotta wash.
Oh, no.
Just a fucking.
on it,
But
like-
you know what? The guys, the life fighters did a wicked job. Everyone had an amazing attitude, even for the pissing miserable rain. It like just added to the environment, and people just had a fantastic. time.
I
Good
heard
on 'em.
nothing but good things about that
Well,
game.
you know, it has a lot to say about the presence of the guys too, because I tell you, we were at the CP. I was at the CP doing like a lot of the command sports stuff. I've been supporting some squads and things. And
Nice.
There was someone coming through that CP every half an hour,
Yeah.
just coming through. Hey, what's up? And bringing news or whatever, like from the staff wise, right?
Making sure the
nice.
staff are there.
The
all the
life fighters
time.
did a great job, and
Magic
it's-
runs
it's-
tight ship, man.
The NPC stuff, because it was a little bit broken, but like it was their first time at it, and I know that the next few iterations of that Life Fighters
They're
game
gonna
is going
be
to be outstanding. Because Magic strives, Magic. He strives for
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
optimum performance and everything. And that transferred over to his Milsim as well.
Yeah.
No, they did a great job.
Him and the boys and
Especially
gals.
like their
run a
first
tight
one
ship.
I'm a
ever, like
fanboy.
hosting
Life
something
Fighters,
that
yeah.
big with
Thumbs
that.
up,
Like,
yeah.
there was a lot of moving parts in that game, right? There was 8 vehicles, like 50 NPCs, a bunch of fucking players and stuff, right? That's a lot of moving parts in there for like your first time to do that. And
How many vehicles, sorry?
What's that?
How many vehicles?
We had 4 and they had 4, and then there are, yeah, and then I think.
They had game stuff as well.
Yeah, there are 4-wheelers and stuff going around, and then one of the green vehicles broke, so the NPC vehicle went onto their side. But I don't know if you heard, but we brought a Humvee.
I saw photos of that. That looked badass.
That was a good time. It'll
All right.
be way cooler next time.
Well, I think that's all the time we got for now. Try to keep the stuff short for this event because of the wind and all that.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll have to do like a Discord call or something like that. Just pick up the conversation and do a proper episode.
yeah.
Yeah,
Great to
I haven't
see
seen you guys in
today.
forever. It's nice.
Been a couple of years
Big
for sure.
hugs.
I
Big
saw you
hugs
guys
today.
in the fall. but-
I think the last time I saw you guys was at Narco last year. You
Yeah.
guys were.
Yeah, we were up for.
I think that's the last time I saw you guys.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
So, you guys are Narco this year?
I
Come on.
won't be.
Pressure,
I don't know if I'll
pressure.
be. Well, actually, the last Narco I was at, didn't we escort you down and get a little...
When I was command, yeah, that was
yeah.
fun.
Oh my
Which there's no
God.
reason to capture it. Like, thanks for coming along.
Oh,
Have to, yeah,
I'm
I
like,
appreciate
Dodge
it.
is cool, whatever.
There's no reason to.
Doesn't give me a snack or nothing,
No,
but
the funny part
whatever.
about that was we were all like about to leave, and I'm like, you know what? We should go and try to get Keanu. And somehow, by luck, you were just standing in the middle of like a huge pile of dead people.
Yep.
He's like, I'll just excuse myself. We're like, whoa, come here.
Excuse me,
Get
sir.
over here. No, you won't. But that would have been, I'm pretty sure that was not last
5.
Narco. I was not.
Narco 5 it
I think
was,
that was the
I
last
think.
one I was at. What iteration is it coming up?
8.
8?
So I missed
Yeah.
6 and 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do 6?
Yep. Yeah, because Narco is usually my birthday weekend.
Yeah, no, I tried to do it. I think I
there
had
you
because
go.
I was getting ready for my wedding and I couldn't.
Yeah.
Well,
And
congratulations, man.
it's in
Like,
Picton, so it's
likewise.
40 minutes away from Kingston.
right.
so
Yeah,
it's
right.
great.
But all right, I'll let you guys go. Thank you very much for showing up,
Hey, thanks for having us.
and
Yeah, thanks for
I'm
having
glad
us.
you guys had a great time here.
Well, it's great to see you guys. Like I said, it was great to chat with you guys for a little while.
Yeah.
Love talking about airsoft always.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
Ciao for now. All right, everyone. That wraps it up for Airsoft Fest 2024 at Niagara Quartermaster's Field. Had a lot of good conversations on and off the microphone. Pete, how was your day?
Hot.
Hot. It was very hot. But no, everyone is very good spirits. The community is fantastic. Gained 1 or 2 more listeners on the show, so it was really cool to have. It was nice to have a variety of people to talk to.
Yeah, it was cool to see
Dan, Magic, the Chris's.
yeah, Magic, Chris Dodge, and Chris Seeger from Force Recon.
Yeah, we even got a quick spit of Graham in there too.
Yeah.
Get a proper episode with him later. So thanks everyone for listening and dealing with our lack of sound technician. So till next time, have a can-do attitude.